I'm live. Hi, everyone. So today I just wanted to talk to you about, what's been happening in Perth right now. It's so bad out there, the air quality. There is smoke from prescribed burn-offs, which means that here in Perth it gets really hot in summer. You know, we're talking some days it gets up to 44, 45 degrees, extreme hot. So that's about 120. It's enough to cook a chook. You know, I've always said that. If you're outside in this heat for a number of hours, you will start to cook. You physically can't be out there without covering yourself up or sitting under a tree where it's cooler. So they have to burn off the scrub underneath. They have to burn off the undergrowth and some bushland and the trees so that come summertime, the whole place doesn't catch on fire. So pretty much the place is covered in smoke because it's cooler, the cooler weather. It's settling down and it's just the wind hasn't blown the smoke away and it's just lingering. So every night you can taste it in the back of your throat, waking up with sore throats and all blocked up, and it's just horrible. But we just have to get through that time, and it just makes you feel heavy. And I'm sensitive to smoke anyway, but it's just yuck. So as you know, while I've been feeling a little bit better, I thought I'd go and help out down at the school because my grandson is having problems. He isn't learning very well. He's in year one, and like in year one there's classes. I've been worried about him for a while, but my daughter said maybe there is something to worry about. So I said, hey, hang on, I'll go down there and read and see if I can cope with the environment, and I'll check out what's expected for level 1 in this year, you know, because I haven't been at school for a long time. So off I go, and there's Jace, and there's only about 4 or 5 kids in his class that are at the same level, and they're just doing, like, words, like, not words. He can't write a word, so he just does A, B, C, L, M, A, N, no formation. There's no formation to his letters. He does capital A's instead of small A's. He doesn't do a capital letter in front. Yet there's other kids there that are writing 2 pages of stories. I was astounded at the different level of ability that teacher has to cope with in year 1. It's like, whoa. Today was the worst day, okay, because I've been trying to just read with the kids, but today, oh my God, today I took 4 kids on my own in this little room. Nah, never again, because I didn't enjoy it. Number one, listen to the alarm. I'm just going to let that go. I didn't enjoy it because there were 4 kids all at different levels, and it was really hard for them to concentrate. I sort of got a little bit better towards the end, but having no experience in year 1 with kids at that age doing little group work writing and not having done it for 20 years, I found it really hard. Anyway, we got through the 15 minutes of hell, but I couldn't process anything. It was really, really. How long does that alarm go for? Thanks. It was really, really difficult. It was, oh my gosh. I couldn't, because of the smoke, and also I could smell like pesticides somewhere. And I was just like, I said to the teacher, I can't handle it in here today. I feel ill. I feel like I can't concentrate. I'm not processing anything. And she said, oh, no, you don't have to stay. And I was like, no, I want to stay. I want to see how I go. I could not be in a classroom all day with those kids. I felt agitated. I was starting to feel agitated and angry towards the kids because that's what happens when you're exposed. And so I knew what was happening. So I didn't cope at all with that. Like I wouldn't do it again. It was bad. The kids were fine. I didn't growl at them. I like just, tried to make humour of everything. But it was shocking. I said to the teacher about how I was feeling, and she said, me too. And she said, and I have to go on steroids when it's smoky because I can't breathe. And she said, I'm feeling the same way, that I can't process. And she said, it's really hard when you have to teach kids. And I went, yeah, listening but not really responding. And those people that have MCS will understand what I'm talking about. But the smell was making my lips tingle. I couldn't think properly. I was staring around in the room while the teacher was teaching, and then I looked around and I went, my grandson's doing exactly the same thing. That kid over there is doing exactly the same thing. This child over here, he's just about falling asleep. I identified, without really looking, 3 children in that classroom that were being affected by the smells that were around. I really want to do something about it. It was evident to me, having this condition, watching my grandson. He was in the classroom and he was like this, and he's just like, the teacher's talking to him and he's like, just staring in the middle of nowhere. And then I just went, yep, you're being affected by this too, Jace, come with me. It was really, I have to do more. I have to do more for these kids that are sensitive, like me, to chemicals and things in the classroom that gets affected neurologically. I know that I'm not the only one. I know I'm not crazy, and everybody wants to think that I'm bloody crazy, but I know how I'm affected with chemicals, and I need to help. I need to help the kids in WA who are being sprayed like that and affected like that. So I'm going to keep trying. It's a bit hard while that smoke is in the air. There's so much smoke in the air. It burns your eyes, and the kids are running around and they're breathing in it. Ugh. It's not nice, especially if you have a health condition. However, for the kids that are affected by chemicals, they need some help. So I'll continue to go to the school, but I think more as an observer. I don't want to do that small group work ever again, because it stressed me out, unless maybe it was just the day because there was pesticides. But I need to be there when there's pesticides there. I need to see and identify the kids that are having problems, because I firmly believe that that's why they're falling behind in that classroom. Yeah, because their whole behaviour changes and they don't know why. I don't know what to do about that. I don't know how I can help. It's really hard legally to help, right? I don't know what to do. But I know that I have to help. I know that that's an area that I have to get more into and focus my time more on helping these kids with pesticides. And I know that people are like, oh, why don't you play guitar and blah, blah, blah. Well, I'm not, getting any help with that, and what's the point? But, playing the guitar and singing and having fun and living your life isn't going to help my grandson. Nobody's helped me in 20 years get better with this hideous condition. Nobody. So I need to do something. So if you know of anybody that can help me with working more with young children identifying the kids who have a health condition that the doctors here don't really know much about. Specialists, there are none. And there's pretty much only a handful of us that can look at kids and go, yeah, you've got a problem. Yeah, you've got a problem. And be able to help them. I really, really, really need to help them. I had a chat yesterday to Interley's sports teacher and told him about MCS and pesticides on the sporting field and how it affects me and how it affects her. I know without a doubt that Roundup and pesticides really cause health effects. I know without a doubt that they have studies that prove that it causes Alzheimer's, that it crosses the placenta barrier and harms your baby, that it causes a reduction in sperm, that it gives you prostate cancer, that it causes cancer, that, yeah, there's studies everywhere. Because we live in a state that deny those studies isn't my problem. And people say, oh, but it's toxic. Well, so are cigarettes, and they don't care. No one cares about your health. The government don't care about your health. All they care about is how much money they can save spraying that crap everywhere and not doing manual labour. Like cigarettes, they don't care. All they worry about is how much tax that they can get off that. So know that. Don't let them brainwash you and say there's nothing wrong with it, you know. And don't let them brainwash you and say things like, my illness is in my head. They said the same thing about multiple sclerosis. They said the same thing about chronic fatigue, you know. Now they're saying it about this. What they say doesn't really bother me, but it affects me in the fact that they're not doing anything about it. And I know I'm right. I know I'm right. So I'm going to continue to help my grandson. I think that's really important. I need to teach him how to read and write. I taught him how to read when he was living here with us, and now I need to teach him how to write. I taught him today a sentence. Yay! So and that made me really proud, and that was a milestone for him to be able to actually get a word and write it and write a sentence. So I was really happy with that, so I hope he continues. And just identify kids in classrooms. I don't know how to create an awareness that kids are really affected by chemicals, and there are safer things to use. Anyway, I'm rambling now. I'm going to go. All right, so I'm going to do more lives. I might do them every day, but I think maybe let me know. I think my channel's blocked. I don't think they want me seen, heard, or anything. So I probably won't get any views, but we'll see. I don't really understand YouTube, how they can do that, but anyway. And now I don't even know how to end the stream, and I will make a better video about this in the future tomorrow. Okay, bye.